How's it going, guys? It's Fake Thriller. It's Saturday morning. It's very, very nice out. I'm going on a walk with my baby girl. I don't know if you can see her. I'm having trouble with the camera because I'm that guy that's walking around videotaping himself with his phone. But I wanted to come on and do like a video vlog type thing before we post any Black Ops, because there's something that sort of needs to be said in our little Battlefield community. Sorry about the wind, if you can hear the wind. It's amazing that the Battlefield community is so unwilling to recognize that a game is worth their time, and they become like Battlefield snobs. Like there's COD kiddies, and then there's Battlefield snobs, and I honestly, I feel like Battlefield snobs are worse, because they're that ignorant style of, oh yeah, the destruction in Battlefield is so much better. What can you do? Break a window in Call of Duty? I'm not out here to say Call of Duty is the best game in the world, but what I'm basically asking is that if you guys just don't care for Call of Duty, you're gonna see it on the channel, and you'll know when it's a Call of Duty video. So just don't click on it. I mean, click on it if you want to watch it and you want to support us, but don't click on it to spread hate, I guess is the best way to say it. Because I saw a lot of videos like up on Pixel Enemy and on other Battlefield producers' channels for Call of Duty, and people would, like, why do you click on the videos just to spread hate and put stupid comments down? So I'd love your guys' continued support. You guys are probably the best subs anybody could ask for, but we got to be flexible in this time, because Battlefield's a year old. Warfighter didn't really work out, and you know, Call of Duty's a decent game. It's got its problems, but it's decent. So I hope you guys enjoy what we put out, and we definitely are asking for your support, and we'll continue to make videos for you. You want to see a shot of my baby? Run, little girl, run! Come here! Okay. Alright, guys. Enjoy the video. What's going on, everybody? My name is Fake Thriller. I'm joined by Snoov603, and today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 2. No! We recently... well, I picked up the game. Snoov rented it for the weekend, and we had a go at it. So we're going to talk to you about what we liked and what we didn't like, and maybe a little bit about the future of it on our channel. So let's start off on a positive note, because it's very important to, when reviewing a game, to get positives out there, because if you don't, it just sounds like a bitch fest. So I absolutely love the pick 10 system for the creator class. I think it's the future of first-person shooter creator class. I think other shooters will do well to emulate this system.
Dude, I gotta agree with you. The whole pick 10 thing, I was kind of skeptical about at first, but it is a nice system. It really allows you to get kind of creative with exactly what kind of player you want to be. And it was funny because one of I think it was like the third or fourth game I got into, I came across, and keep in mind I rented this on a Friday, so the game had been out, you know, a couple days by the time I got around to playing it, and there was two guys doing their best only use me blade impressions, where they had double stacked all of their perks, and they were running around, you know, knives only, couldn't hear a damn thing, couldn't see them on the radar, nothing. It was kind of funny. I mean, it was frustrating at first. I just picked up the game. I'm like, lol, herp derp, rank 4, got nothing.
And we're still inside the window where this whole pick 10 thing could come crashing down once somebody finds like the god mode of combinations, because I think there's like 500,000 combinations or something like that you could possibly have. But once somebody figures out a play style to go with a certain perk set, it could be all over. But as far as we are right now, we've had, I guess, good vocal support saying that they're going to patch things as needed, and they being Treyarch.
Right. The other thing I do like, if I may go into my own point here, sir.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Thanks. You're so nice. I gotta say, so the thing about Black Ops 1 that I didn't really care for, it was a good game, pretty well balanced, But the thing I didn't like was it was kind of lackluster, and I know that's that word. Oh my God, he's saying it again. But that could not have, no other word could have better defined that game. You had to put it in one word, lackluster. And I feel like what they did with Black Ops 2 was just pretty much built right off of what Black Ops 1 was. And I know that seems extremely obvious, and a lot of you COD haters are going to be like, well, duh, that's what they do every year. But I don't know, I feel like it's worthy of mentioning because it's not like they tried to kind of take the general idea of the past game and make, you know, like a semi-new version of it. They took all the good of what they had in Black Ops and they redid that, but they just polished it. So the things I really noticed between Blops 1 and Blops 2 is gun sounds are so much better. That's one of the things I hated about Black Ops 1 was the guns didn't sound realistic to me whatsoever. And I know they still don't sound perfectly realistic, but at least there is a sense of realism about how they sound, and that's really big to me. It's all about, you know, how immersive can you get into the game, and just other than that, the kill streaks. I really like the kill streaks. There's nothing like overly crazy about them, but they're not boring like I found them to be in Black Ops 1. Just overall, I think they did a top-notch job the whole way down, top to bottom, as far as the whole creative class, the weapons balances, and the kill streaks.
Yeah, you mentioned the kill streaks, and the score streak system is a good. I like that. I like it. I like how you get rewarded for the objective, and it's actually, as of now, in my experience, it's actually really difficult to get those high kill streaks. Like you don't see it. Like, I mean, again, we're inside of a week of the game being out, so, or 2 weeks of the game being out, so people haven't mastered it yet. But it seems like those, like, double chopper gunner games, or whatever the Black Ops 2 version of a chopper gunner is going to be, or dogs, like double dogs games, aren't going to be like super common anymore. It seems like it's going to take a lot of skill and a lot of know-how to get these higher kill streaks, which is cool. So that's another good plus that they did. Something else I want to praise them for is the visuals. I think it looks really good. I mean, it's clearly Call of Duty, but at the same time, it's nice and colorful in pretty much every map, as opposed to like this dank. Like, it's really easy with games nowadays to put them in the desert and have it be dank and sandy and like grim. But they put you in all kinds of different environments, and it's, even when it is in the desert, they've added lots of buildings to give it nice and a lot of nice color and everything. So they've done a really good job with a lot of different things, and that's one of the things that anybody that's coming from Battlefield knows, and then coming from friggin' Medal of Honor knows, that Call of Duty does really well when it comes to creating their UI and their HUD and their menu systems. It's all very accessible, it's all very cut and clean and quick, and you can get stuff done. Like, you can create a class instantly between games, and everything's nice and snappy. Whereas Battlefield and some of the other games, the Medal of Honor, were a nightmare to get stuff done.
Yeah, they weren't as intuitive. Like, you really had to kind of work your way through it, whereas everything in Call of Duty, it just seems like it all makes sense. It's very smooth, very fluid, working your way through from top to bottom in the whole menu system.
So, so lots of good things, and like a lot of, like, the shell is there, the backbone for a really good game is there. But we have a few gripes, and we got a big one right out front. I think Snoov knows what it is, and I'll let him bring it up.
The thing about Black Ops 2, when it's playing good, you've got a good connection, you know, great 4-bar, and the entire lobby does. This game is good. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in any way or try and lie to you guys about it. I had fun. It's extremely fast-paced, just straight-up gun-on-gun fighting, run around like madman. This is what I loved to do all the time before Battlefield 3 came out. We used to be hardcore COD gamers, but on the flip side, I mean, it can go from just being a phenomenal game to absolute rage-inducing, smashing your head against the wall frustration because of lag compensation, or what was the other term? It was something buffering? No.
Yeah, buffer bloat.
Buffer bloat, thank you. Call it whatever you will. But one moment you've got like a 4-bar connection, and everything makes sense. You know, like you're getting in good gunfights, you're getting a couple hit markers, and then the kill. You're getting hit a couple of times. No one's rubber banding around the map. Like everything is operating as should. And then you get into another game where you got guys rubber banding all over the map. You were getting into gunfights and losing everything, and I mean absolutely everything. Where you were putting every single bullet on a guy's body and not a single hit marker was given. It's just like that. I mean, just like flicking a switch. You go from having a great time to absolutely having a horrid time.
Yeah. So that was the big gripe that I was sort of leading up to, is this, whatever you want to call it, because I feel like even lag compensation might be the wrong term nowadays, because that just gets thrown around so much. But there's connection-based hit detection issues, it seems, which really make the game quite frustrating. Another thing that's on my list of things that I have not had a very good time with is the maps. The map design overall, it leads to incredibly frustrating moments. Half of this is because I just don't know it very well, because I've only put in a few hours. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt that I'll learn a lot of it, but they took the Modern Warfare 3 style of map design, where you have a building, give it a door, give it a window, then give it a ladder through the floor and a skylight in the ceiling, and then give it another window, and then that's a good building. Like there's no more like getting in a building and throwing a claymore or bouncing Betty down and guarding the other door, and you're safe. It's like there's like leaning on like a half dozen entrances into most areas, and it makes it really difficult to predict enemy movement. It's called Call of Duty Get Shot in the Back Ops 3 or 2. It's like I get killed from every which way all the time, and I'm doing my best to pay attention, but maybe that's just because I'm getting old. It's been a year since I played a Call of Duty, so maybe my twitch reflexes are shot.
Could be. I mean, it's definitely a lot faster paced than Battlefield 3. But that's the thing, you can't compare these two games because they're not the same. There really is very, very little comparisons to make. You got two very, very different objectives behind the game, like what they've designed the game to be. Battlefield has a huge emphasis on team gameplay, working within your team. I mean, they have squads, and you can only spawn in on your squads or the random spawn. Where Call of Duty has nothing like that. You can go rogue and just go lone wolf if you want. So there's no comparison. They don't belong in the same discussion whatsoever. The thing with Battlefield, the thing with Call of Duty is you really have to keep your head on a swivel, because these map designs, like Chris said, there are so many different ways to get from point A to point B that you can't just go and hold up in a room, which is nice. It kind of eliminates that camping element, but at the same time, even with that taking into consideration, I feel like that, and this is purely based off of domination only, these maps were not very well designed, because I'm still getting spawn trapped like crazy. Like, you can take one of 6 different ways to get from one side of the map to the other, but you cap one flag and the other team gets 2 flags, and they spread out, they're 6 players, and they've got it locked down. It's kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of head glitch spots too. Yeah,
but that whole thing about getting spawn trapped is, it's not like the best example I can think of is Medal of Honor, where you had that red map where you had to fight uphill.
Yeah,
it's not poor map design in the sense of it leads you to being spawn trapped, and they even added a round system to try and avoid that. So even if you are getting spawn trapped, you get the round ends and then you flip sides. But we'll talk about that later in a different video. And yes, so if a team is better, I almost think they deserve a spawn trap. I hate being spawn trapped, and I hate spawn trapping, but at the same time, the maps aren't like one-sided too bad, I don't think.
No,
but they are a pain in the ass. Like taking the B flag, it is a pain in the ass. Like if you're getting spawn trapped, good luck breaking like the initial spawn trap, and then double good luck on trying to take one of these B flags to reverse the spawn trap, because they are in the fucking middle of the map in just about everybody's line of sight.
Oh yeah,
and that's what they wanted. They give you a good reward for taking it and everything. So overall, I think we should probably wrap this up. The game has been good. There's something about it. My personal thoughts on it right now, I seem to end every Call of Duty Black Ops 2 session being pissed off, but then I find myself, after I stop playing, that I want to play again.
I second that. 110% second that.
It's weird.
And the whole thing with the connection issue, and this, I feel we really have to bring this up. You can combat that by one of two ways. One, when you go to find game, you hit, I believe it is square on PlayStation and X on Xbox, and I don't know what it is on PC. And you go to search preferences. Switch it to best. So it's going to take you a little bit longer to
Oh,
get
you don't have
in.
it on PC. They have dedicated servers.
Oh, right. I'm stupid. Okay. But at any rate, you switch it to best. It takes a little bit longer for you to find a game. But when you get in, it should give you people with the same, ping speed, the same connection speed, so that you don't run into that laggy crap. The other thing is, this is a game you only want to play locally. As much as that sucks, like, we noticed a pretty significant difference in the consistency of our connection quality when it's just the two of us playing, and we're East Coast. I mean, we're as far friggin' East Coast as you can get in this country. And then we tried playing with our friend Veggie, who is literally the exact opposite end of this country on West Coast.
West Side?
In California, like, it's ridiculous. So every time we played with him, it definitely got a lot worse. But when it was just us two playing locally and searching under best preferences, it was a lot better, a lot more often, much more consistent, where it was like a 50-50 shot when you're trying to play with someone across the country. So bear that in mind. It sucks, but if you want to play the game and you want to have a good time a lot more often, with much more consistent gameplay or connection, don't play with people across country. Stick to as local as you possibly can.
Yeah. So the last thing we're going to say in the next couple of minutes is just the possibility of us posting stuff on our channel. You guys are sitting through some Call of Duty gameplay right now. I'd love to hear if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a comment and try and be rational. Just would you enjoy seeing Call of Duty stuff? And we're talking the stuff that we normally do, whether it's Team Live Comms, weapon reviews, weapon request live, all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that we could make for it, and if you guys are willing to watch it, then I think we'll take the time to make it.
You know what else you could bring back?
Action Theater!
Action Theater. You
guys go
need...
look up Action Theater on our channel. It's fucking awesome!
It was good. That was all fake thriller, and I wish we had made those videos now, because I think they would have done a lot better than they did back then. I mean, at the time, the first one you made actually got a lot of views. But I digress. You guys need to check them out if you're feeling a little bit nostalgic about some Black Ops 1, some gameplay there, because they're pretty good videos, not gonna lie.
All right, guys, so leave us some feedback on your thoughts on Black Ops 2 so far, and what you want to see, and we'll catch you later.